Hey, what's going on, guys? It's High Tech. I finally got my hands on Microsoft Surface Book 2. I've been using this for a few weeks now, and I've been really excited to let you guys know my thoughts on it. So let's just get into it. But really quick, before we get into the review, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of my future videos coming out every week. So the Surface Book 2 has one of the most unique designs of any laptop on the market, and I've been a huge fan since the original Surface Book. With the Surface Book 2, you're getting the same premium magnesium build quality with a variety of ports to cover pretty much any peripheral you would want to connect to it. On the bottom left side, there's two USB Type-A ports and an SD card reader. On the bottom right is the magnetic charging port and a USB Type-C port, though it doesn't support Thunderbolt 3, so you won't be able to connect an external GPU. On the upper right side, you get a 3.5mm headphone jack, and on the very top are the power and volume keys. The keyboard is comfortable, has good backlighting, and decent travel time on the keys. As someone who uses mechanical keyboards a lot, I do find the keys to be a bit mushy, but it's not too bad, and I wouldn't have any problems typing on this keyboard for extended periods of time. The glass trackpad uses Microsoft Precision drivers and it's very smooth and responsive. Though I will say, the button takes more force to press than I'm used to, and it's pretty loud, but neither of these are a big deal. Now, this isn't included with the laptop anymore, but for $100 you can pick up the Surface Pen, and you could use that for artistic purposes if you're into that, or just for general use. But my absolute favorite thing about the design of this laptop is the fulcrum hinge. I think this is what really makes this laptop so unique because it allows you to use it in so many different ways. You have the regular laptop mode, but you can also press the detach button to eject the display and use it in tablet mode. You can flip the screen around on the base and fold it to use it in what Microsoft calls studio mode. You can also set it up as a tent or in the view mode configuration. I have only two small complaints about the design. First is screen wobble. The hinge causes a fair amount of it, and I'm hoping that they can tighten this up in the next model. Second is the thickness. The hinge doesn't allow the laptop to close completely flush, so it's a bit awkward and does make it thicker than most laptops of its kind. But these complaints are completely overshadowed by the amount of versatility you get, and that's what really makes this laptop shine since you can use it in whatever way best suits your needs. The Surface Book 2 features an IPS display that will certainly not disappoint. At a resolution of 3000 by 2000, it's not quite 4K, but this doesn't matter because everything looks very sharp, colors look great, and it gets plenty bright. I've spent a good majority of my time with this laptop watching 4K videos, just taking in how good the display looks. With a contrast ratio of 1600:1, you get excellent color contrast and picture quality. The display has a 3:2 aspect ratio, so you do get more letterboxing when watching videos, but for other things like web browsing, this ratio makes it feel like you have more screen real estate. The base model I have has a 7th generation Core i5 7300U processor with a base clock of 2.6 GHz and a max turbo of 3.5 GHz. There's 8 GB of DDR3 RAM. This is expandable up to 16 GB. You get a fast 256 GB SSD. It comes with Intel HD 6220 integrated graphics. You get a 1080p 8 megapixel camera on the back, and also a 1080p 5 megapixel camera on the front that, unlike a lot of laptops these days that cost over $1,000, actually has good video quality. Microsoft claims that you can get 17 hours of battery life, but my experience was between 10 to 13 hours in laptop mode depending on what I was doing and what my screen brightness was set to, but this is still really good. In tablet mode though, the battery drains super fast. You'd likely get between 2 and 4 hours depending on your usage. The Core i5 processor in this base model has been plenty fast for everything that I've tried to do. It got a Geekbench single core score of 4,246 and a multi-core score of 8,308. And also keeping in mind that this model has integrated graphics instead of a dedicated GPU, it would not be ideal if you want good gaming performance or do really intensive video editing. If you need good performance with either of those two things, then you are going to want to get either the upgraded 13-inch model that starts at $1,999 or the 15-inch model that starts at $2,499. So yeah, these laptops are not cheap at all, but honestly, this is intentional. Microsoft wanted the Surface Book line to be a premium laptop that could really compete with the MacBook Pros. And I think they achieved that. The specs are on par or even better in some cases, and in a lot of ways, they're way more versatile. But putting the whole MacBook competition aside, this is a really high quality laptop, and it's certainly in the top 3 best Windows laptops I've used. Alright, that's going to wrap it up for this review, guys. Let me know down in the comments what you think about the Surface Book 2. If you like the video, hit that like button, and make sure you subscribe so you can catch my future videos. I'll catch you guys in the next one.